So we all got into Kiev on the 20th, and now that everybody's here, the preparation is really just what you do all day. Now that every team from all around the world has arrived, it's a chance to try what you've been doing against teams you couldn't play before and see what they've been doing. You're just always trying to learn and be at the forefront of what's going on in the meta. But mostly it's just playing a lot more Dota. You just kind of keep on the grind and try and keep sane. As you get closer to the tournament, things always kind of ramp up in importance and in stress, so you gotta keep a balance.
We're just trying to get as much Dota in as possible before the groups start. So we're just playing Dota, watching Dota, scrimming, talking about Dota, dreaming about Dota, maybe. It's just Dota. It is a bit overwhelming and you get kind of tired of it at the end of the day, but once the tournament starts, I don't think you're going to be feeling any tired at all about Dota. It's just the preparation process that might be a bit tiring.
He's breaking his arm, guys.
I feel like every game we play, we're progressing, and it's very good to feel like you still haven't learned it all. Like every game is like a learning experience. We can always get better no matter what. Any way we look at a scrim, there's always something that we can improve on. So playing more and playing different stuff makes us have a better perspective on stuff.
We try and take advantage of the fact that you can play against the top teams here on a regular basis, because most of the time we're in NA and it's hard to play against the top European and Chinese teams, but when everyone here is around each other for the major, it's easy.
The vibe is, I would say, kind of muted for us. We're historically always a team that stays in our own room. We don't go out. We don't really interact with the other teams that much. We eat in our own room with room service mostly. And it's nothing against other teams, but we try and keep working on what we're doing. It's probably not as crazy as you think. And they have security here this time, so there are no fans. Usually the worst part is that random fans find the hotel and just wander through the floors, knocking on doors, asking for our TZ signature. So there's none of that this time, so it's a pretty relaxed environment.
Oh, yeah. So what's the setup? It's 5 minutes.
Here's the setup. This is SGE's first tournament. They're nervous, they're scared, and you, as a veteran of these high-stress situations, you're gonna go in there and give them some advice about how to relax.
Dude, Zion, make Zion do it, dude. He just whines all day.
Do it.
Shut up! Do it.
Zion doesn't want to do it anymore. He cut his hair. He's a different man. This is good for you, though. I want people to see a different side of you. A side of the caring, nurturing person who's bringing in new people into the scene. It's time for you to be, a legacy player. I don't follow this.
This is a program. Okay, let's go.
Let's get this started.
Are we gonna be this funny people here or what? He's actually a real person. Can we do one of? Yeah. How about this?
That's great. That's about as easy as it gets.
This content is gonna be god tier. You're gonna earn millions from this content. It's gonna go viral. Hey guys, welcome to me. Yo, what's up, dude?
Every time I tell my team I'm going to the bathroom, man, I'm going to a massage.
Slacks is a good guy. He's always coming up with kooky things to kind of get players out of their shells, and I appreciate that. I think that getting personality from players is really important, and it's not very easy. So he's a courageous guy for doing it. Hopefully people will like it.
Today is going to be our last practice day before the group stages start tomorrow, so all the guys are here just playing some pubs, and we're waiting to play a couple scrims later on today. I think right now we're just going to be focusing on mainly ourselves, I suppose, because there's very limited data on TNC. We're going to do what we can to kind of figure out what they like to play, but they've only played 5 matches on this patch and they've lost 4 of them, so it's really hard to know what they're going to do going into this tournament in particular.
Start time tomorrow for us is going to be about 10 a.m. It's a follow-by system, so we actually play directly after the SG OG series plays, but a lot of guys will wake up before the start anyways and just be here just to watch, because first day of the major, it's, you don't want to miss it.
We got pretty surprised by TNC. I think what happened in our scrims versus what happened in the real match was a lot different.
GG is already called TNC. What a 2-0 victory. Unbelievable start to this Kiev Major. Dear God, man.
Yeah, hell of a draft. Again, they
It was a little bit rocky for us, maybe exposed some gaps in our game planning. And later in that day, we played Faceless, who we beat, but I think we were still a little foggy on how to get exactly what we were getting in scrims.
EG.
with the beatdown that I think EG fans will have been waiting to see from them. They finally got it here in this final game of them of the day, and they'll take the series 2-1, of course, thanks to them.
Against Faceless, I think it was still a bit rocky. Like, we had our drafts a bit more lined out, but we still weren't playing as well as we could. And then against Newbie, I feel like we played pretty well. We had our draft straight.
And with that, Newbie call the GG. EG take it 2-0.
My goodness. That game escalated quickly, as they say.
Our games were really clean there. We had a couple of good wins, getting the drafts we wanted. Our final matchup was against IG. We got, I think, the draft we wanted in game 1. It was a really good, like, clean game. And then game 2 and 3, we ended up coming out on the losing side of it.
Now Burning, he'll jump in. It's over on Sumail, the force off out Burning. Actually, oh boy! Sumail just got Game of Thrones decapitated. That is Invictus Gaming taking the series 2-1.
Hold on to your seats, because the round of 16 looks like this. Secret will take on SG Esports. We'd already figured that one out. Thunderbirds, formerly Digital Chaos, will take on Evil Geniuses, a repeat of the lower bracket final from TI6. Every matchup has something about it.
The upper left corner was insane. There's like 3 really good teams.
You saw
there.
that too? You saw that too? Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think the biggest match is Thunderbirds versus Evil Geniuses. Both 2 top teams right now, and Thunderbirds especially coming to impress during the group stage.
Yeah. I think we have a pretty tough bracket, to be honest with you. Like, we're playing Thunderbirds first round, a team that we respect and we think is pretty good. And then next round, we play Secret, a team that appears to be on fire. Got a pretty tough road to the grand finals, and I would predict if we get to the grand finals, we would play VP. Seems like one of the stronger teams on their bracket, but a lot can happen. It's a single elimination tournament, and we'll see.
Our 2 main scrim partners in our boot camp were Thunderbirds and Secret. They're both pretty strong teams, and we feel good about going up against them, but whenever you've shown so much to teams, like, you don't have quite as many tricks to pull out. You kind of got to play straight, and but we know them better as well, so the stuff that they're best at, we're pretty comfortable in knowing what we want to do against it. So we have the first day of the main event off, and we'll work out what we want to do and how we want to do it, and they're going to be a tough series for sure.
It is a very highly anticipated matchup between 2 teams, both looking to make it into the last day. One with some revenge on their minds. It's EG versus Thunderbirds.
We did get lucky with the seeding, though, that both of them are facing each other.
I think we had a lot of preparation going into Thunderbirds. We respected them a lot, and I think we got exactly what we wanted.
I'm over, the Sonic Wave will try and help Alice against the Medusa, the biggest target. The Dream Coil is down, but there's just no follow-up without the Medusa. Thunderbirds, they're losing everything under their shrine, and GG, well played. It won't even take the half-hour mark, and Evil Geniuses will 2-0 through into the quarterfinals.
It all came together when we were playing against them in the official, that like we simulated kind of exactly what would happen, so we were fully like invested, like we actually knew everything they were going to do.
Just 5 teams remain in contention. The next 2 go head-to-head between EG and SG Esports. It's a bit of a dream for the South Americans, as they've had their first ever major and they've already knocked out the top seed from the group stages, Team Secret.
Going into SG, I think we were feeling really confident. It's not like we didn't under-prepare, like we still prepared just as much as we did for the Thunderbirds game, but it was actually like really hard for us.
Arteezy, he's hitting into it, he's looking for the kill. Will it be enough? It should be, it is. It's GG! Evil Geniuses, they have been pushed to the limit of almost breaking. And what a series. What an absolute beautiful display of Dota, this entire series.
They caught us off guard, I think. Like, they were actually a super legit team. And it wasn't just a fluke against Secret, so it was kind of hard for us to like beat them because we didn't have any idea how good they are.
They took us to the brink in all 3 games, and we came out on top, but they were a great team, and I hope to see them at more lands for sure.
It is time for semi-final number 2, and boy do we have a match series for you. Evil Geniuses, the TI5 champions, go head-to-head with the 3-time major champions, OG.
Easy with the BKB pop, but the stun for the Supernova coming through the match community. Artor's falling low, the duel's there onto the Monkey King. That's going to be 4 down on EG, 5 down, and GG is called. Game 1 going to OG.
You know, that first game was like pretty close and a few things didn't quite break our way.
We thought we figured it out. They surprised us with some of their priorities, and then we just got outplayed, really.
Double kill for Notel. He's got a buyback, but there's nothing that Sumail can do to stop this OG. Just wiping Evil Geniuses, and GG is called. OG will be making it to another major finals berth.
That's gotta feel so good for OG, especially closing that very difficult game out.
I don't think it was like entirely a good showing of us against OG. I feel like we didn't show the best EG we could show, and it was a bit disappointing going out like that. This time it's like we just got outplayed, and it's a bit disappointing.
I think our results this year have been really good. You know, we've won 3 tournaments, which is more than anybody else, regardless of the outcome of this tournament. From the start of this whole journey at the start of the year through now, just continue on the same mission, which is to keep getting better for TI and keep working on that consistency. You know, going forward, just trying to keep iterating and getting better. You know, we can be tighter, and we're going to have to be because the level of competition is really good.
What's next for us is we'll be in ESL Manila. That'll be our next tournament. We will not be boot camping for that one. We're gonna get like 3 weeks home, well deserved. We had a very long, like 2-month boot camp / tournament run here. So everyone's gonna get some time to recharge. And then after that, we'll meet back up in Manila for another tournament, back at it.
The life of a genius is still good. We're constantly working to make it better, and that's what we'll keep doing, you know?
The life of a genius is a grind.
The life of a genius is passion.
I don't know, just like playing Dota 2 and like talking about it all the time and just doing fun stuff.
An emotional roller coaster, but having the time of your life at the same time.
My name is Ludwig Saiwalberg.
Sahil Universe Aurora.
Artur Artizi Babayev.
Sayed Sumail Hassan.
Andreas Krit Nilsson.
Philip Aram.
Clinton Loomis, also known as Sphere, and this is Life of a Genius.
Life of a genius.
Life of a genius.
The life of a genius.
Life of a genius.
Life of a genius.
Life of a genius.